Dum diddy dum diddy dum diddy dum diddy dum 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 dum. Well, hello and welcome, whoever, wherever, whenever you are, whatever you're doing, however you got here, why ever you're here. Thank you for showing up, and I hope you stay beyond the first 3 or 4 seconds. I am feeling so good right now. Now it's a very stressful day because I did 2 stupid things. I completely forgot an important bill that I had to pay, and I intended to pay it right away on Monday. Completely forgot about it. Here it is Wednesday. Well, that came up and bit me in the butt. And then this other thing happened that could have been a total disaster. There's a time in my life when it would have been a total disaster because nobody had my back at one point in my life. And what happened was I had to replace the debit card on my main bank account because that's the one out of which I do all my business, and the old debit card had simply expired, and I didn't actually do any steps. They simply sent me a new one and said, hey, it's time to start a new card. So I activated it a few weeks ago, and I put it into all my online shopping and, all the places that pay my online bills. And I plugged it in and plugged in the new PIN number and all that other stuff. No problem. Paid all those bills, no problem. But my landlord does not process debit cards. So I have to go to the store and get a money order and pay with that. However, I forgot the PIN because I made the new PIN, then plugged it in everywhere, and then forgot about it. And sure enough, I could not use the card at my grocery store to buy the rent, to pick up the rent check. Well, God bless my landlady. I went over, I held the screen open to show her that the money's there. I just have to wrestle with the bank to get it unlocked. Because while I was trying to remember the PIN that I had put in, I exceeded. If you try new PINs too many times, it totally locks down. Everything gets locked. So, anyway, before I could even finish, she just smiled and said, don't worry, we know you're good for it. Take your time, get it done, don't worry about it. That's the same landlady that received those nasty letters from the trolls. Yeah. It pays to stay put in one place. The biggest mistake I made in my life was when I was younger, I tried to move to a new place to get away from old problems. And it took me a while to realize if I had stayed put, the other people that certain unsavory members of my family had messed with would have recognized what was going on with me. But I ran. So I was always among strangers, and I always had well-connected, influential, unsavory, you can't pick your relatives kind of relatives, dogging my heels. And they're the ones that basically are partly behind all this troll crap, because at least one of them, my elder sister, Rainey Burke, was involved in hiring Steve Hassan to stalk me and my daughter for years under claims that we had joined a cult. It was basically cover for the fact that she was paranoid, that I would talk about things that everybody knew she was doing, and I had no, if she had not done that, I would probably be just as badly corrupt as the rest of them, because I was loyal to my family. I accepted what they did as normal behavior, And I still love my family. Alienated from them as I am, I still love them all. Except for Renee, I'll be honest. I'm not going to add the sin of lying to the sin of saying no. I don't think it's a sin to hate purely evil people who know what they're doing. She's the only one of the bunch that knew what she was doing, because she had to persuade more naive relatives that Steve Hassan was an expert and I had done evil by going off to become the crazy left-wing hippie I was during the 60s and 70s, teenage to early 20s. They didn't know what was really going on. And the same one that was so quick to tell them what I was into when I was an adventurous, naive young radical was not quick to tell them that it didn't take me that long to come to my senses. She never told them that we faced off about it. She knew I had left all that, and that was never the reason she came after me. I knew what she was doing at General Electric, GE, as executive secretary under the vice president of plastics, the executive secretary who took care of business for Jack Welch, took care of all the dirty business. I just thought that was normal. You know, my biggest words to her were, Renee, you could get in trouble. I didn't think it was anything more than typical stupid stuff I didn't know about. I didn't know what I knew, put it that way. And I didn't care. I would never have turned around to expose my family if they had not attacked my daughter. But there comes a point when you have to say, who is my family? If you can't defend your own child, even posthumously, what good are you? Now, I wasn't going to go into drama, but there I did. But let's put it aside, because with all this craziness going on, life is good. What I have here, ricotta cheese that I made, seasoned with onion powder that I made from dehydrating onions. I got a new oven which has a very nice low heat setting on it. I can set it to 150, 160 degrees and use it as a dehydrator. So I dehydrated fresh onions, made my own onion powder. It's so much better than what you buy in the store. It's fresh. And chopped up some fresh spinach and my own ricotta cheese that I just learned how to make from the milk. And I'm just enjoying. Life is good. And I just put in the fridge and in the freezer some butter that I just made, because I learned how to make butter. And it looks good. You get close to a pound of butter. Like the sticks are a little short, maybe 3/4 of a pound of butter out of a bottle. I think it's a pint-sized bottle of heavy cream. Now that's the kind that's not so good to use because it's ultra-pasteurized. I probably would get a full pound if I had been able to buy regular pasteurized. And I have to go to another store to get that. So, anyway, life is good. And the insanity online, I'll tell you, it's hitting fan blades. And I don't care. Life is good. And I've got, I had said earlier I was going to do a soup video. And I think I'll sign off here and I'll do a video about the Thanksgiving minestrone soup and how to make it. Because some people who are into all the cooking and crafty videos are not into all the drama videos. So I got to try to keep them separate. But y'all take care. Denise Matteau, over and out.